You can't tell me what to do. I live 40 leagues under the sea, son.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're diving back into r/TalesofNeckbeards. You know what it be, probably from the thumbnail and whatnot. We thought that OCTOPREGBEARD was done, over, gone. I even titled it in that video, but no, it turns out that there's just one more part to get through. Apparently, we couldn't just let sleeping dogs lie, as it is with neckbeards, I do suppose. And of course, this dude's been out there, probably raising hell on social media, making angsty journal posts telling about how horrible OP is at her job and blah blah blah. Like he wasn't the most nightmarish customer in the world. Because yeah, that self-reflection from beards, it just doesn't happen. I'm excited to wrap this one again, I guess. And I hope that you guys are excited for it as well. So if you need the previous parts, they are above in the little card. There's a whole playlist for OCTOPREGBEARD, and I hope you'll check that out if you missed some parts. But we will get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into the finale of this Tales of Neckbeards cringe. OCTOPREGBEARD, or Why I Don't Take Fetish Commissions, part number 6. Hello again, readers. I'm a writing coach, and I tell the occasional story about my most neckbeardy customers and the general weirdness that I encounter in my line of work, anonymized, of course, to protect both the innocent and the bearded. I go by the name Anonymous Griper, and I am at your service. And thank you for your service. I mean, it's not the military, but it's still really important to me, though. Here's our cast list. Quick cast list. OP, a writing coach based in Wales, UK. I specialize in helping people with science fiction and fantasy stories. OCTOPREGBEARD, Octo for short. A customer of mine with a fetish for pregnant women and apparently sea life, specifically squids. Mama Squid is Octo's fictional species, a humanoid octopus people who see no problem with tinkering with the genetics of other species, coercing other species to have their babies, and were just badly made overall, because all Octo really wanted was some tentacle-ridden prego women. Oh boy. That is a very specific taste, but I guess there's something for everybody out there. As I have said many times before, no kink shame, but no kink same. It seems about time for me to wrap up this saga, as I think the drama is actually over now. I thought it was over last time. I guess we'll see. If you want to start reading from the beginning, part 1 is here. Yes, I also linked it in the card at the beginning with the little playlist, and also the individual videos in the description, if that's more your speed. The day after OCTOPREGBEARD wrote his vent journal, which I mentioned in part 5, he wrote a Commissioners Beware call-out journal. Oh god, I knew this was coming. It was a long, ranting text wall of doom, and a lot of it was him twisting the truth, assuming the worst of intentions for me, and of course, outright lying. I wonder if he sees it as outright lying or if he's just trying to protect his ego. I see a lot of bruised egos flying back and forth in this story, honestly. For example, one of the highlights was that I'd created a Discord robot, specifically to force him to rejoin my server without his consent after he had left. Is that even possible? I don't think that's what the Discord bots are for, man. Reader, at the time that the events of part 5 were going down, OCTOPREGBEARD was a Patreon supporter. I have the standard Patreon Discord bot activated, which automatically invites people to my server if they pledge. he left my server after we'd apparently parted company the day before, but didn't immediately cancel the pledge that he had going. The bot clearly just did its thing and re-invited him. I'm gonna tell you right now, OP, hope that bot never leaves your server, because I have had a hell of a time trying to get Patreon to answer my support tickets and get that bot back into my server to like automate the roles and whatnot. It has been the biggest pain in the ass. I gotta do it manually now. So I gotta be like, oh, this name matches to a patron, so this is probably a patron. DM them. It's like, oh god, it's a whole process. Patreon Discord bot, extremely helpful while it sticks around, but once it leaves, you can never get it back, apparently. Anyway, this call-out journal included a direct link to my account on the same platform, so I approached the admin team to see if I could get his journal taken down as harassment under the acceptable uploads policy, and 2 hours later, that is exactly what happened. Oh yeah, get him! Get him banned from his little journal. What's gonna happen now? You might actually have to focus on the story that you're supposedly writing. Fetish fanfic instead of a journal. But you can add your own filter to it or something like that. Anyways, the following day I checked again. I realized that I could have ignored this guy from here on, but I preferred to see his tantrum all the way through to the end, as would I, so that I could defend against anything that needed to be defended against, rather than being blindsided. Well, you and I have different reasons for watching. I watch because I just want to see a dude get mad. I'm not going to stand here and defend myself. It's like, whatever. The real ones know. Anybody that don't like it, well, there's the door. Octo had written a short, sullen journal post about how, in light of recent events, he was gonna leave the site for a while. Good fucking riddance to bad rubbish. Yeah, go concentrate on yourself and, whatever the hell you're doing over there. But of course, that wasn't quite the end of things. Oh no. He opened up PayPal and requested his £175 Patreon donation back. The first I knew of this was a notification from PayPal themselves, stating that they had already sent the money back to him. I have challenged unfair refunds before, so I tried to do so in this case, only to see that there was no such option. Feel that. PayPal gets really weird about, digital goods. Physical goods, you got the proof. Digital goods, it's a lot harder. So they generally opt to pay back the person that was giving the money out. In his call-out journal, he'd also stated that he'd requested the original commission fee back. But thankfully, the refund window for that was closed, so PayPal wouldn't allow it. Thank goodness for that, because that would have been a further £360. Yeah, this dude could seriously make your life hell. And all because he doesn't know how to write a friggin' porno story all by himself. Come on, OCTOPREGBEARD, you're a big boy. You can do it. I tried to recoup the loss from all of this and requested a return of the £56 I'd given him, but PayPal staff rejected it. Oof. All of that was quite a blow. So I did my best to just take it easy for the rest of the day. Yeah, I think they saw that he refunded you, so you refunded him, and they're like, nah, we're not going tit for tat here. So you should have been the smaller person and refunded him first. That's what I take away from this lesson. I say that I did my best to take it easy for the rest of the day, but I swear that there must have been a full moon or something that day. Because while I was writing up my case for that £56, one of my long-term clients came to me saying that a friend of his had come out as a pedophile. Oh God, why would you bring this to me? I really don't care. I hope your friend goes to jail or dies. But please don't make my faith in humanity any lower than it already is. Oh God. He stated this friend had never offended, but felt that their control was slipping, and my client was at a loss for what to do. Oh, God. Keep your hands out of this one, OP. Fuck. But OP says, that is a fairer question to me than it first appears, because I have clinical training in how to deal with, ethical issues like this. Is it really an ethical issue? I'm pretty sure everybody's on the same side of this issue. Issue implies that it's a question, and it definitely should not be. It was just, quite a time for something this heavy to drop into my lap out of nowhere. Dump that shit on the floor. I ain't dealing with that. So I wrote up a response and a few supportive sentiments to my client, who was deeply concerned about the whole thing, and he decided to check in with him a few days later. He is a good egg, that one. I mean, it's nice he's trying to get the dude help and stuff like that, but really he can't be that good. If my friend comes out as a pedophile, I'm gonna take his fucking head off. There's only one solution as far as I'm concerned. And then another client, who is also an odd guy, but doesn't really warrant a saga all of his own, contacted me out of the blue. Maybe I should preface to say that I call this guy odd. His character work and story writing has themes of wishing for a very easy, almost childlike life, to a degree that I find it a tad strange. It can be difficult to engage with him over the consequences of his character's histories, because he likes for his characters to go through a lot, but then to just get better and live happily ever after, with really no healing process in between. Oh, good. I experienced trauma, but I'm okay now. Okay, great. But anyway, he contacted me for the first time in months to say that he'd been trying to buy some gift cards for someone for Christmas, but hadn't been able to, and he wanted me to buy one later that he'd pay me back for. Ugh. I don't think that this guy would knowingly scam me, but this had scam written all over it, so I said no, and I warned him to be careful too. Well, good job dumping that one on the floor at least. Yeah, you definitely were almost taken for a ride if you would have said yes. And then I decided to reach out to another client of mine. Last time I talked to this guy, he offered to knit me a scarf in time to mail it to me for Christmas. So I figured I'd finish out a very crazy day by checking in, seeing how he was doing, and to talk about some nice, calm, sensible things like woolen goods. That is comfy, the comfiest. He said that he'd been having some severe insomnia, and it was clear from the start that he was still going through that. His sentence structure was all over the place, and he wasn't really capable of talking about anything other than how desperately tired he was. Take some valerian root and call me in the morning. I said I hoped he'd be better soon, and offered to trade brain bleach with him to see if that maybe helped him calm down a little, but he ignored my photo of a sand-covered seal pup, so I gave up and decided to just check in with him again a couple of days later as well. I don't like to believe in jinxes, but I decided not to talk to anyone else that day. YouTube and television were the order for the rest of the day. Yo, what YouTube channel you watching over there? Not to plug myself too hard, especially to somebody who clearly already knows about the channel. Never mind. Moving on. There's one person in my life who I can almost always rely on for a nice dose of sanity, and that's Robin, my partner, who's been helping me out with the writing business for a long time now. I talked the whole thing over with Robin, and he offered to take a look at my terms of service to make sure that it covered as many of the bases that Octo had, let's say, shown some light on as possible. The end result, we now had an updated and tightened up terms of service, plus a shorter document called 6 Things to Consider for new customers who really cannot be bothered to look at the TOS. And I think there's probably a lot of those. So that sounds constructive at the very least. I do like that. You're making a good thing out of a bad thing, and I gotta pat you on the back for it. I'm also considering charging customers at a higher rate if they can't provide evidence. It's a special quote word I use in my pre-commission survey that they have read either. Read your artist's terms, people. Just stick a random phrase in there and ask them what it is. In the middle of every paragraph in the terms of service, you should make it say, the secret word is lasagna. And then when they come and they're like, okay, I'm ready to start, then you go, what's the secret word? And then you'll know for sure if they read it or not. We were considering doing something similar in the Discord to make sure that people actually read the rules, but I don't know what happened with that. Up in smoke. I'm spinning too many plates right now. Oh, and I also gave his mama squid to another one of my clients who has been supportive of me for months now and had suggested to me that I offer OCTOPREGBEARD the opportunity to shelve the mama squid until he felt better about his dad situation. He's going to use them as an abomination in his universe, and he was quick to strip out their fetishy side. This is what they should have been all along. They got like every plot point for evil scientists. Now they're like octomer people. They breed like fish, so they produce plenty of offspring, and are able to live deep enough underwater that the governing civilization of their native galaxy has difficulty enforcing its laws with them. Yeah, I'm underwater, come and get me, bitch. You can't tell me what to do. I live 40 leagues under the sea, son.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
Hey, Octo said he didn't even want the mama squid anymore, so why waste them? Anyways, to wrap up, I don't want to go through any more rodeos like this one. I gave this dude the benefit of the doubt way too much, and I don't want to have to do that again. I think I've got all the safeguards in place that I could possibly have now. I'm sure that someone dodgy will show up again at some point, but the really bad ones should be all but barred now. I think. I hope. Wish me luck, Reddit. TLDR, ex-customer has a tantrum, gets his rant journal taken down for harassment, gets back way more of a refund than he deserves, thanks to PayPal being imbeciles, and prompts a terms of service overhaul. Well, that's definitely called making the best of a bad situation. It really sucks that he was able to stick you like that, but I guess maybe he felt offended that you got his journal taken down. This was basically a war on both sides. This is why I said early on that I wouldn't really bother defending myself. I'm just like, okay, whatever. You think what you need to think about me, you know? I am far past the point of giving a shit about the perceptions of others. You think I wronged you? Well, whatever. I think you wronged me too, so I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree then. What a massive idiot. I mean, I don't understand why he felt the need to have these characters so fleshed out to begin with, if it's just a simple porno story. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense at all. Jesus Christ. The story is a little short, so I want to share with you this thing that I found on the internet, and I posted it on my Facebook page. If you're still here, then this is a little reward for your patience. So it's a post about gun control. You know, if you don't think this is about gun control, and then the neckbeard chimes in the comments.
It's really not. I myself am skilled enough to walk into a public area with a katana. And I know that I could cut down at least 20 people before anyone could even realize.
What the fuck? There's so many levels to this psychopath, dude.
There are plenty of people capable of the same. And so if it isn't guns, then it will always be another weapon, unless we finally address the root of our problem as a society.
He's almost on to something with the last sentence there, but the first couple sentences just make that so hard to digest. Cut down 20 people with a katana before anyone notices. Holy shit. Justin is the one who asked me to read this on the channel via Facebook, so this one's for you, Justin. Big ups. But yeah, back to OCTOPREGBEARD. I mean, it is just a battle of egos at this point, you know. OP feels like she's got to defend herself. OCTOPREGBEARD feels like, you know, she did something wrong. And it's all a big wiffle waffle. Like, what the fuck does it matter? Good, take your money. I don't even need that shit. It would be nice to have it, but I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Dude obviously needs it a lot more if he's going to go through a PayPal refund, so just have it. That's fine. I don't even care. But, you know, that's me today. Tomorrow I could wake up and, you know, be on the other side of the bed where I want to burn this dude to the ground. But seeing it as I see it tonight, I just can't be asked to really care too much about his little piss baby fit, you know? Let baby have his way because his life is miserable enough as it is. Anyways, I hope this story didn't make you miserable. I particularly enjoyed it, as a matter of fact. And if you did as well, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Maybe share the video around. That's a super MVP play. I absolutely love it. We've got a bunch of links in the description that you can check out. Plugs, playlists, and yes, them big old podcasts if you're looking for another flavor from the channel. We've also got my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come on through. Say hello. I would love it. We've also got my Patreon and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. And I would like to thank them all as I do every video. So thank you very much.
Robert Waits, Baron Von Wagon Pants, Jarhead Jerry, Oorah, River Jerry, Captain Clown Jerry, Honk Honk, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Cinnamon Susie, Fire Drake, Latin, Livison Loves Jerry, so does ReddX, Rogue, Silent Revolver, Sergeant Jelly Donut, Sundere Jerry, Magdala Marshall Thornrose, hey, there you are, Cherish Kitsune, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Satori, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Asian Persuasion Jerry, yeah, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Camille Sarah, Commander J Tank, Deltaroon Jerry, Dennis, Dayton, he is a Dayton, legit, confirmed, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, Itchy Nuts, just scratching, bro, a pimp named J Crisp, yes, you gotta say the whole thing, JM Coon, Jerry with the I, that is a different Jerry, the OG Jerry, of course, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry T. Harapist, John Hero, Jolly Black Jerry, oh, Simpoofa, because if you're poofing it's free, Jerry, tell it to the jury. Crewhee, I see you leaving all them comments. I'm gonna reply to you sooner or later. Lady Jerry Nix, Miss Monday, Lord Lionel, Jack's Rule, Melgar the Destroyer, Mint Jerry Chip, the freshest of the Jerrys. So fresh. Mirthful Baker, my boy that one Nick, Natari. Never mind, Tom doesn't have any pocky, so demoted under Private Mr. Jerry. Oh, Tom went back to Jerry. See, you can't just swap armies like that. They're gonna shoot you for desertion. Nightmare Jerry, oh no! Origami Jerry, gotta fold them all. Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, TSM Kirby, Serrated Ash, Staples. Oh, he dropped Jerry. I'm sad now. Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster, the guy with the marble. I think his name's Jerry. Oh, and Fusky, Treeberg, Wilmags, yet another different Jerry. Kira M, you're a wizard, Jerry. Kitsikin, Redwin, Goose Honk, Knock Viper, Saints Blessing, John Indoors, a normal Jerry, neighbor of 211 Jerry. Welcome back, Jerry. And 211 Jerry is around here somewhere. We got the Hunter of Jerry's, Devourer of all things tasty. It is Tom, Admiral A Tank, Amara, Atomic Jerry Zilla, Breaker of the Tom Army. Maybe he did, because Mr. J became a Jerry again. Great work, Jerry Zilla. Just when the world needed you most. AZ, Banished Knight, Barbushka's Irradiated Jam, Cake Jerry, the original different Jerry. California Jerry Girl, hooray! Canadian Lynx, Carrot Jerry, that's good for your eyes. Chia, CD, Kiss Meska, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Corporal Admiral Lieutenant Furry Worry, Woo Jerry, Crib Titties, Cuban Jerry, Define Jerry, Ever-Changing Jerry Apocalypse. No, Beard Apocalypse, not Jerry Apocalypse. But if this is the way I gotta go, it really is what I would choose. Ghost of Alpha, HMT Mayor, Hydra Jerry, Irish Jerry, Jerry Beards Adventures, Cheeto Dust Crusaders. What is this? Jerry Aldo Rivera. Check out that mustache. Jerry Bean. Yum. Jerry Roxas. Yay. JRPG. That's Jerry Role Playing Game, aka Bloody Butterfly Gaming. King Tom. Smasher of Jerry Zillas. Now we got a fight on our hands. KJW. Kajow. Crafty Kitty Cat. Life of a Guardian. Little Ann Woods. Maybe next time. Midnight Sun. Milk Fed Gimp. Miss Duchess. Organic Cam. Princess Rosalie Jerry. Ryga. Thank you for the story, Ryga. Times 2 today. Or 3, I guess it is. Raptorite. She's my Jerry Pie. Is that a Buck Jerry reference? God damn it. Silurian King, Snary, that is Snom Jerry. Spooty the Rogue, Steve Buckelly, the Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, the most different Jerry. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up, and by it, I mean another ReddX video. And thank you as well to all of our $1 patrons. Not to be forgotten, I will continue to list them as we should have done before.
But I kind of fell off, so I can only really apologize. Thank you guys all so much for supporting on the Patreon. I can't believe how it's growing. It is absolutely insane. I do hope that some other people will consider joining up, but if you can't afford to do so right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I only want money from people who ain't gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? People not like OCTOPREGBEARD. The most important thing is you found your way here. You watched the video, especially watching it this far. Holy hell, great job. I hope you'll come on back and do the same thing again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watch some more ReddX videos. We got a lot of them. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.